Greetings, I'm joining us. Okay, look who's here. Got up from her nap. It's Priscilla. Say hi, everybody. She just got up, so yeah, she's a little. I didn't think she was gonna get up. She's so tuckered out, and Fritz is getting her beauty sleep somewhere. Okay, all right. So this is Summer Solstice Energy event timeline. So it's basically a timeline. Basically just a upcoming timeline frequency. Channeling and also fall equinox. You should not connect to things like this. I don't know if YouTube algorithm is not exactly loving me. It never has. Some people can do like a Disney video and they get attention. I can do it and they get blocked. That's why most of the theme parks, to get attention to my channel, just use that as a. And then YouTube will shout out ban me. So that was something with that idea. I kept doing it anyway. So yeah. Also the new movie came out. So it's I can't remember the name. I'm running on fumes right now. Earth Station Prime. Mission Critical. And it's going to be a series. It doesn't get that much attention on the other channel, but then again, my channel doesn't get that much attention either. So none of us are getting any attention. So at least it's getting something. Yeah. So Earth Station Prime, Mission Critical, Part 1. It's like kind of like a TV series, you can say. It might be triggering some people, but that's just tough. There's a lot of I had some fun with that one though, especially the narcissist energy that's out there. So say I do something different. There's a lot of stuff in there. If you know what to look for, if you know what the hell I'm doing, I'm making it clear either. Oh yeah, and I have Quasar, the latest edition of Quasar, the gunfighting, or I don't know, Quasar. I was going to put him for Quasar with the Ashtar command. It's the, I don't know, just this. It sounds good. It sounds funny. So anyway, yeah, Quasar is kind of a tough one to put together. He's in the second episode also, just to give you have some more fun with him. So anyway, summer solstice frequency. I guess the actual summer solstice was a couple of days ago, or I had no idea. So yeah, we're just having those energies, and Priscilla is here to help out, and Fritzy is taking a nap somewhere. She's probably mowing the lawn or something in some astral realm, cleaning out my stuff somewhere. Sabotage.com, private sessions. You have a scheduler. You have a shop here. Yeah, the vibe shifted right when I went on live, so yeah, I don't think YouTube's giving it much love, but of course, a lot of people are watching this stuff on other platforms now because they're so tired of YouTube doing what it does best. And it's screw around. So Rumble's doing actually Rumble's doing pretty good, even with this running. So anyway, all right, going to summer solstice frequencies, whatever that has to say. And then fall frequencies. Origin for the summer solstice is not just timeline events, but some, because not just because we're in a political year, but just like the breakdown of timelines of just like some of your conspiracy theory people falling apart and going away. I don't know if they'll go away. Well, it's like a publicity thing too. It's like, oh, people are going to shut me down, and they're still around for like forever. Hooray. So, all right. So, okay, we're going to some more solstice energies and move on from there. Right, blessings. Here we go. Grease you with the energies from astral. Summer solstice is a activation for the physical realm for those that need a shift in their frequency. Also align you with the earth, as the earth, and yeah, realize I don't believe this is brought up very often or ever. With souls that incarnate here, actually bringing a balance here. You're balancing it out. Like you have all these different characters or individuals, and everyone has their own frequency. Think of it like you have the wrong frequency. The world, yes, could be a different world altogether. So it's like, does your frequency connect to this point? Obviously, it does if you're here, but if, like I say, if it was too negative, it'd be a whole different planet. It'd be too positive, it'd be a different planet altogether. So the reason we bring this up is those that are incarnating here, you can say they have to change their energy field. Now, they might not agree to that, but or say like, I don't know what you're talking about, but they can usually, because everyone's energy. So you incarnate here, you kind of have to shift your frequency, or so you can kind of like connect to your body. You have to do some adjustments. This is why you have incarnations with Palladians, Syrians, or whoever, Martians, whatever, a dolphin, whatever. Just so you have some kind of connection to this planet, so you can actually, your soul can lock into your body itself. It's not really that easy to get just any old energy and connect to a human body. It doesn't work that way, because if you're completely opposite of this planet, it's not going to work. You just pop right out. As you can see, that a lot of the births don't birth for that reason. They think they can connect to it, or they might have connections to other places. Obviously, one wrong word, they hear something, they feel something, it's like, okay, this isn't going to work. It's almost like a relationship. Well, it is a relationship technically. It's a relationship with the earth, though. It's like if there's like one thing, maybe the earth did one little millisecond thing, and the soul that's going to incarnate here said, I don't think so. And there goes that. So of course, it's a lot of stress on the family, and especially it depends on how far in the pregnancy the fetus was and everything. It's caused a lot of difficulties, but that's why you get educated. You can say, using human words, educated of how this world works. So when you do begin to connect and reincarnate here, it's done on a timely manner. Because if you have all these foreign souls trying to come into this world and they say, I don't think so, and they all just fly out, you have no planet. It will tear itself apart. So yeah, if you keep constantly having souls coming and leaving, it's like, this isn't going to work. Well, those are intended to incarnate, and then like halfway through a pregnancy or something, everyone just flies out and just says, "Oh, thanks." So it's very important. It's something that's not probably ever mentioned, or if even people can even understand that. Some of you can't, obviously, but the rest of the population is not interested. Well, some of them are obsessed with laser weapons and firing guns and whatever's and space adventures, and they come here as like, wow, this is boring. So of course, we're going to open up other aspects to themselves, even if it's traumatic, just to give themselves some entertainment. Take that however you want then. There's nothing wrong with fantasy connections. That's one thing. But when you kind of go into a whole different realm of just delusion and get locked into mind control programs, that's a whole different thing. But that's not us for us to diagnose as that. We're not, we are here for that, for judgments or diagnosis of that situation. And we're being kind of vague, but I think so if you understand what we're getting at. For solstice frequencies, it's like a renewal of the soul. You can say those are tapping into it. Those are the earthbound, uh, like nature beings. This is your world technically. Is like some of you, so like fairy beings, even dragon energies, and so on. Like they're here to align the earth with the universe, the cosmos. And yes, fairy beings and elf beings they actually help with the you say the birthing process or incarnation process here. It's what it's the hope seed mother nature. And there's different ways of looking at that, but there is, and of course, you have your aliens assistant, but remember, they're aliens. You have your nature beings, your earthbound beings, you can call them however you want to call them, elf beings, fairies, pixies, tree beings, and so on, sun being. They all assist with incarnation. Of course, many of you are assisting that too. You don't have to think about it. That's the last thing you need on your mind right now. Especially if you're living a difficult life and you're telling all these beings, don't come here. And you just told a million beings that don't waste your time. Or don't waste your time until we clean up this mess. Because a lot of us are just had enough of it. Yes, this world can be asked backwards. It seems like it's one of its themes, yes. But with summer solstice frequency, like conspiracy people getting kicked off the planet or whatever, the major ones, no. The conspiracy entertainment field, no, it's just a marketing. And they might also alter their timeline so they can look, hey, look, everybody, I'm going down the drain, help me. Or even some of these scandals, we're being very vague with this, but those conspiracy theory energies, like they're making national, news and all that. It's like, is that part of the agenda here? It's like, it's part of the movie you're basically living. So it is part of it. It might not be for all of you, but it might be kind of a disgusting part too, but it is part of the overall story here. It just shows that this world serves different type of agendas, but also just where the soul progress is currently. I was going into politics too much. Obviously, politics here is a sickness like a virus. And humans are not ready to heal it just yet. They're not ready to reject it and just be more peaceful. Doesn't mean you have to be hippie about it, because even hippie energies can be pretty toxic. Well, you can be a free-loving hippie, but have a lot of baggage. I believe some of you have run into that. Maybe too often. Yeah, the summer of love, it could be a summer of something else. That's not love, the opposite of that. This summer, it's not the best frequency, because humanity once again is still having difficulties with self-love overall, or doesn't even acknowledge it, more like self-abuse. And more than that, especially when it happens with the children, where the children are vulnerable. Of course, you have your draconian energies that siphon off that young youth frequency, which is unfortunate, but that's how they get their power. That's how they can do things here, at least the darker ones. It's just, that's how you wonder how they can do it. That's how they do it. That's part of it. Human trafficking is one thing, but the adults is so. The youth is the better frequency, because it's clear, it's cleaner, not always, but human trafficking is all dirty energy. But they're used for agendas, of course. I'm not going into all the details of that. Yeah, it's just basically, it's like a human trafficking itself is like a miniature power plant of manipulation here, obviously. And doesn't mean many of you have to focus on, but some of you that are seeing the astral, yes, you're definitely releasing a lot of souls here. You don't need to know the details of it, and it's not what's cracked up to be. It's always not always cracked up to be here, but also your link to the earth is so your Earth life, if it's grounded here, that means it's easier to do the astral work. It is being done for sure. What will we do with all of that? I mean, that's hopeful. Blessings. Greece was the Equinox frequencies. But the end of the year energies, well, sort of, not exactly. It's not, as someone would like to turn the page of this year like now, it has to this these timelines have to fulfill themselves. They have to, do, wear themselves out. There's a lot of weakness here within society, so that's why things are so slow energetically. There's a lot of obviously traumas and just, it's a bumpy road, as you can see. As some of you are, yes, energy, I guess I say all of your energy healers. But see how difficult healing the earth is. Yeah, especially when humanity doesn't want to be healed or in denial. And that's a lot of that. Well, as you know, in society, there's a lot of traumatized individuals throughout society. And their version of healing is to sometimes make it worse. A lot of time, and they're not aware of it. Doesn't mean you have to get involved with that, but sometimes you do, just out of nowhere. And to heal a deep wound here within an individual, if they want to be healed, that it's like a fountain of youth frequency. It's like if a wounded person, whatever the situation it is, wants to evolve, it is like a phoenix that has so much. It's just, if the earth feels it, and the earth feels, breathe a sigh of relief because it's carrying a lot. As somebody say, a backpack. This world it's bigger than a backpack. It's, tons and tons. We're not gonna go into the number of that. The weight of this world weighs on the universe itself, as you can imagine. So it kind of needs this physicality, as you can see, to sort things out. So you can do it astrally. As some would say, yes, you go into the astral realms and you heal everything. Not necessarily. If that was the case, this world wouldn't exist. Physical, you won't need it. It is needed because a lot of souls do all kinds of insanity throughout the universe, non-physical beings. You're a giant being or a giant cosmic being, whatever it is, it's a lot. And you can't always heal that. You can get fractured very easily. And coming to a physical and going through all this emotional, everything here, you can, leave it here, but also improve and just become a stronger being overall. That's what this is all about. And that's why it goes so slow, because you're kind of ironing yourself out, you could say. Iron out the wrinkles, at least for some of you. Most of society just, as they say, gives you the finger. That shows the maturity of this planet. At least the society. Not all of it, but a good part of it. It's funny with third world countries, some of them have lost so much, like they just keep losing. They become so mellowed out. Some of them, they're okay with everybody. Some of them. Yes, minor warlords, but some of them are just so beat up. It's like tired of judging people, trying to, you don't need the pansy society, as the U.S. is going through a lot of that right now. The U.S. is spoiled. Not all of it, but there's so much it's so spoiled. And that's why it got so arrogant. And that's what I guess how it took down the Roman Empire. That's part of it. And just see adolescence, and it's the arrogance is just something. I mean, yes, you always gotta have arrogance and a superpower like this, but a lot of it is mature. It might be wicked and all that, but it's more defined. Yes, we're gonna go to Iraq and take over it and show everyone that you're the devil. That's one thing. Yes, that's not great. But then when you have like these erratic children that are here right now that just don't know what they're doing, it's like little devil beings that are just lost. They'll never admit it. Usually they won't. They'll just cause trouble everywhere. It's like but just erratic. So you've had that before, of course. I mean, it's gotten more recently because new generations are just the plenty generation. At least the younger generation. You've seen it. Some of it's mature. Yeah, of course, some of it's mature, of course. But it is fractured also due to its having too much to offer. And of course, the electronics have burned a lot of the mind's mental capacities. It's just, there's a lot of immature energies here, probably more than usual, due to the spoiled nature of society. So, but in your Equinox clearings, your understanding of the soul, um, yes, that will come through over time. Some just want to hear what they want to hear a positive message, but but the positive messages can also lead to a lot of delusion, and that goes on and on and on. And to heal that bubble, well, those that want the truth of this reality is a wounded planet that doesn't want to heal, or society it just ignores it. It really doesn't want to hear it. Because it hurts too much to heal it. It's easy to ignore it and cause more trouble for itself. So, but it's like raising a child, kind of raising yourself. It's willing to go into that dark side to release it, so you can evolve and don't have to reincarnate here another 10,000 times, which many are actually building that up for themselves and not even realizing it. So, blessings.